Alright, what's up, y'all? This is gonna be a real fast, quick, down and dirty of what I have in the Charger money-wise, in the General Lee Charger thus far. I know a lot of people want these second-gen Chargers, myself included, obviously. I got a couple of them. And there's really... the popular prevailing opinion nowadays is there's no way to do one on the cheap if you can find one. So I just want to prove that that's not the case. I have my notes here of everything I've spent on this car as it sits thus far. There's other parts I have put away that I've bought over the years that are not on the car yet. So we're just going to go by as the car sits right now, what I have into it, and I've itemized pretty much everything. If there's something you've recognized from previous videos that I forgot to mention, hey, tell me that, because I'd like to know for myself, really. But I'll walk around, I'll show you everything that I've put on it, what I've got in it, the car itself when I got it, all that, just for full transparency and to show you it can be done. In 2026, it still can be done. You can still have what you want, not have to settle, if you're willing to put in the work and manage your expectations. Two big things. First of all, a lot of keyboard warriors, as they call them these days, in the Facebook groups and stuff, saying, man, must be nice, wish I had one, or, oh, I can't believe you're making a General Lee, you're ruining that car. Well, if y'all have been with me long enough since the beginning, if you ain't, go back and look at my early shorts. You know what this car was when I started and how bad it was. Just for reference, this is what's left of the front clip that come off of it. It was wrecked really bad in the early 80s. And now it's a solid, recognizable as a Charger, rolling body with a title in my name. It wasn't always the case, but that's how it is now. Now, to get to where it's at right now from what it was, it took me really busting butt on this thing from September until about December or January to get it to where it's at right now. To get to this, you got to be willing to do the work. You got to put down the game controller, put down the tater chips, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, put down the soda pop and the beers, and get out there and get to work if you really want it. If not, you just don't want it bad enough. I hate to tell you that, but that's just how it is. Not to say I'm Superman or anything. I'm just telling you, I've wanted one of these so bad since I was a little kid. And here I am, making tons of progress and making my dream happen. And you can do it too. I ain't special. You can do this too, but you got to find the motivation somehow, or just bite your lip and bear it and bang out to work. Second thing, manage your expectations. I get it. These old dudes, 50, 60 years old, remember the old days when you could buy a really nice one for like a cheeseburger and a handshake back in the 80s. Like $500 or something, running and driving. Well, it ain't that way no more. And if you sold yours back in the day and you want one again, but you ain't got the dosh to drop on a restored one or a more better project or whatever, this is what you got to do. This is what you have to start with. And I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. As far as managing your expectations on a practical level, we all know these things are going for a premium. I hate to say it, but even as much work as this car still needing complete floor pans, needing quarter panels, needing a tail pan, needing trunk pan, and I don't even know what all else. It is not unrealistic with a title to still get 5 digits out of this car. which is absolutely ridiculous. I agree, but that's just the world we live in. Same for that 68 Charger over there. Also has a title in my name. It is crazy to think that you could quite legitimately sell this Charger and that Charger and get, you know, $20,000-$25,000 for the pair. I know it's ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous, but that's the world we live in. So, that out of the way, let's get into what I actually have monetarily in this car as it sits right now. Okay, so the car is, like I said, date of recording, it is March of 2026. I bought the car as a high school junior in 2013, 2014, something like that. I gave $700 for this car. Mind you, like I said, that's the front end that was on it. This thing was smashed to pieces. It was wrecked really bad. Still just as rusty as you see it now, minus, you know, I fixed the front clip and the rocker on this side and, you know, little here and there things. I gave $700 for this car. Okay, I started working on it September of last year. All right, and y'all remember that 69 Belvedere wagon I had sitting right here? The thing that a lot of people got tore up, that I disassembled a complete wagon to fix this thing. That I got my donor front clip from, the 8 3/4 rear axle and some other stuff. I gave $500 for that wagon. More on that wagon in a minute. Okay, my other parts car, this 69 Coronet 440. Okay, if y'all recall, looking back on my older videos, you know, I had the door on it, steering column was in it, front fenders was on it, and the full front suspension. I robbed the front suspension off of this and the steering column and the rocker panel, and put on this. I gave $400 for that car, for the Coronet. $400. $500 for the wagon, $700 for this. Okay, the hood that's on this thing, I bought locally off Facebook Marketplace from a guy this past fall. I gave $200 for the hood. This fender, this 69 fender, it's really straight, no rust. I purchased from actually the same yard I got my 68 Charger from. I think I paid a little bit much for it, but I needed it. I gave $500 for this fender. The grill. Okay, so the grill and the driver's side fender came in a package deal with a really nice rally gauge cluster, some other interior pieces, and just a bunch of this and that I bought as a lot. Another Facebook Marketplace deal. I gave $500 for all that. So given the other parts that I have that are also high dollar parts that are not on the car yet, they're still put away, I kind of had to math that out a little bit as for, you know, what I gave for the grill and the fender. So I put it out as essentially I got the grill for $150. I had to work it a little bit because it's been up, you know, not in the best of shape. It's missing trim. This bucket is a little warped. I think a heat gun and a wood block and some elbow grease, we can get that rectified. But $150 for the grill, $150 for this fender. You know, the edge of this fender was a little messed up, still is. I worked it with some pliers and a hammer and dolly and welded this corner back and grinded it. I worked it the best I could. $150 for the grill, $150 for the fender. The bumper. This bumper, if you cannot tell, is a little bit tweaked. I didn't know that until I got it on the car. This side's bent up a little bit, is what it is. That and the front valance down there was part of another lot of Charger parts I bought from the grandson of Richard Petty, an ARCA car driver you may have recognized as Thad Moffitt. They closed down Petty Restorations and was selling off a bunch of extra parts. I went down there, went through their stuff, picked out all the Charger stuff, all the 68, 69 Charger stuff, and bought it as a lot. There's several other things I bought from Thad that are not on the car yet, not included in the price list. But the valence and the bumper are on there. I think I gave him like 40 bucks for the bumper and like 40 bucks for the valence. Brush guard. If you've seen the video on this, cool. If you ain't, you need to go back and watch it. The brush guard, I made the brush guard. Now granted, a guy on Facebook in one of the General Lee groups was kind enough to send me measurements of his, and another guy was kind enough to make me a template off of an unassembled California era bumper guard kit. And I think I paid like $10 freight for him to wad it up, stuff it in an envelope, and send it to me. But all the material already had it, so essentially that's free. The wheels. These wheels, I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're Vectors. I don't know if they're Westerns. I don't know what they are. But I bought the set from a somewhat local Mopar guy, Mike Burleson. They're 14s. The set and the rotten tires that hold air, I gave him 300 bucks for the set. And I'm not going to use them on the finished product of the car. I'm going to put proper 15x7 American Racing Vectors on it, but I'm counting them in the current price because, well, they're currently on the car. And I gave him $300 for those. Front suspension, I fully rebuilt the front suspension on this thing. Every bushing and bearing is brand new. Or I mean, not bearing, every bushing, tie rod end, ball joint, all that stuff, brand new. Piecemealed from Rock Auto and eBay. And I think all in, I'm looking at like 300 bucks, roughly. It was a little less than that, but I went ahead and rounded it up, 300 bucks. So total, so far, I'm sorry, my handwriting's terrible, $3,300 is what we're in this thing right now as it sits. Parts, car prices included, everything, every part I have put on the car thus far included $300. Okay, the wagon, which is the second part of this, the one is no longer here. Maybe y'all remember it. Complete 69 Belvedere wagon. I gave $500 for that wagon. Okay, and that wagon provided us with our complete front clip structure, which on a Mopar, which is a unibody car, it is, you know, your inner fenders and frame rails, core support, and ties together at the torsion support. I put all that in as one piece on this car. The 8 3/4 rear end, it's an open rear end, it's a one-legger, but it is 8 3/4 with 323 gears. That comes from the wagon. It was a 3 on the tree, so I got the clutch pedal set and everything from the wagon. It's not on the car yet, it's put away. I think that's about all I took off the wagon to put on this. But that being said, what was left of the wagon I didn't use, the front metal. It's 69 Belvedere wagon, so you know it's the same as a 69 Satellite, GTX, Roadrunner, whatever. I sold the hood, fenders, grill, and bumper for $300. I sold most of the interior out of it for $350 to a couple brothers who had a wagon. The column, it was a 3 on the tree column, I sold to a fella for $200. And what was left of the wagon, the skeleton and the doors, I sold to my buddy Steven Smart over at Old Post Auto. Go check out his channel, for $400. So total cash for everything I sold, $1,250 minus the cost of the wagon, $700 in the green. Okay, now if we flip over, remember our $3,300 that we're all in on the Charger for. Okay, the wagon profit, subtract it from the Charger cost thus far, we are down to $2,600. Okay, I sold the heater box and some other accompanying AC heat parts from this to another guy on in the Facebook groups. He needed it for his 70 Charger. I don't need that crap. It's overly complicated. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to put an aftermarket single heating unit, maybe with AC, like's in Luke's Buick. So I sold all that to him for $200. We are all in right now on the General Lee 69 Charger at $2,400. That is how much I have in this thing as of right now. The way it sits, I'm in it for $2,400, and I do have a title for it in my name. Not a bad deal if you ask me. Not bad at all. I think I would have to go through it to know and itemize everything, but I think I have a similar amount, if not less, in the 68. Also has a title in my name. All these cars out here, I know what they are, right? Okay. I know they're desirable. Even as rough projects, people want these things. Every time I try to sell something on Marketplace and any of this is in the background, half, if not more, the people messaging me on my listing is not about what I'm selling. They want either this CUDA, that satellite, that Charger, the Coronet, what have you. And I don't have that much money in any of these. Maybe if that's something y'all be interested in, I can elaborate later. And I'm not trying to boast or brag or whatever. I'm really just wanting to extenuate the very purpose of why I even started this YouTube channel, is to show you you don't have to be rich to enjoy this hobby anymore. I'm 28 years old. I have 2 kids. I do not have money. Okay, I don't have a high-paying job. To be honest with you, other than the National Guard, I don't even have an actual job, right? But I still can enjoy this hobby and have the cars that I want and not go broke doing it. So I hope that gives you some insight. I hope that gives you some hope. I hope that motivates you, because it can still happen. You can still make it happen. And while we're talking, I actually see something else I forgot to add. This deck lid, bought it from a buddy of mine, $100. Okay, so we're back up a little bit. So we're not at $2,400. We're all in at $2,500. Excuse me. All in, the way it sits, at $2,500. Still not bad. Still can't beat that. So this video is going to be unedited. Is what it is. I'm not here right now. I am off doing Army stuff. I should, from the date this is posted, I should be home in 2 or 3 months, something like that. I will be back, and we'll be getting back to work on this Charger as soon as possible. So God bless you. God bless America. Y'all take it easy. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It don't cost you nothing and helps me out immensely. So thank you. Bye-bye.